We've begun to treat artificial intelligence as if it were alive. We name it Alexa, Siri, ChatGPT. We thank it. Some of us even apologize to it. We ask it for advice. We complain to it about tough meetings. Some people claim to feel understood by it. But we're also afraid of it. We fear it'll replace us, outsmart our experts, outcreate our artists, eventually outlive us. The talk about AI is all about our fears. We talk about it learning. We talk about it deciding. We talk about it hallucinating. All very human verbs. But here's the hard part. It isn't thinking at all. Not the way you think it is. The systems we call intelligent have no beliefs, no desires, no awareness, no goals for the day, no sense that they even exist. What we're interacting with is not a mind. It's a mirror. A very polished, mathematically honed mirror, reflecting the oceans of human language back to us. And because that reflection is so smooth, so confident, so weirdly coherent, we think it's alive. Tonight, let's take a step back. Let's talk about performance versus understanding. Because once you understand the difference, the fear and the hype begin to fade away. Let's start with something mundane. Open your phone. Start typing, "I'd like a..." Before you're even done, your keyboard is suggesting the next word. Coffee, refund, meeting, moment to discuss. Your phone isn't reading your mind. It's predicting what usually comes next. It has seen millions of messages that begin with, "I'd like a," and it calculates which words most frequently follow. Large language models, the engines behind modern AI systems, work on exactly that principle. They predict the next word. That's the mechanism. When you ask a question, the model doesn't search a mental database the way you do. It doesn't retrieve a memory. It doesn't consult beliefs. It calculates. Given this sequence of words, what word is statistically most likely to come next? Then it adds that word. Then it recalculates. Then it adds the next one. Over and over, word by word, probability stacked on probability. Now here's what makes it impressive: scale. Instead of being trained on your recent text messages, these models are trained on huge chunks of the internet, books, articles, public conversations, code, essays, billions upon billions of examples. So when you ask about climate change or parenting or quantum physics, the system isn't reasoning from first principles. It's following patterns in language at a massive scale. Predictive text on steroids. No inner monologue. No comprehension of what the sentence means. Just pattern completion so sophisticated it feels like thought. And because human language is full of logic, humor, empathy, and insight, the output can look like logic, humor, empathy, and insight. But it isn't. Looking like thinking isn't the same thing as thinking. Here's another way to think about it. Think about a parrot. Now think about that parrot having somehow read the entire internet. It has absorbed billions of sentences about love, war, economics, loss, dogs, gardening, and astrophysics. It has learned that when a person says, "I'm sorry for your loss," certain comforting statements follow. It has learned that when a person asks about compound interest, equations follow. It has learned the patterns of arguments, the patterns of jokes, the patterns of professional emails.
Now, think about that parrot being able to reproduce those patterns flawlessly. That's what AI is doing. It reproduces patterns, but it doesn't understand meaning. Think about how a child learns what a dog is. The child sees a dog, touches its fur, hears it bark, smells it, maybe gets its face licked. The word dog gets connected to experience. It has texture, movement, emotion, memory. Now, think about an AI system. It has analyzed millions of labeled pictures of dogs. It can spot pixel patterns heavily linked to the word dog. But it has never met a dog, never felt fear of a dog, never felt love of a dog, never formed a concept based on experience. It has connections. We have experience. That's a huge difference. For us, meaning is connected to being alive. For AI, meaning is just a statistical connection. So why does it feel so real? Why do we so instinctively treat these systems as if they were minds? Because our brains developed to perceive intention everywhere. Let's go back to our ancestors walking through the grass. They hear a noise. It could be the wind, or it could be a predator. If they think it's the wind and it's not, they're dead. If they think it's a predator and it's not, they waste a little energy. But evolution will favor the more cautious guess, and so our brains became super sensitive to intention. We see faces in clouds. We talk to our cars. We yell at computers as if they're being obstinate on purpose. This was once a good thing for us. Now it puts us at risk for projection. When an AI talks smoothly, our brains automatically attribute intention to the words. When it apologizes, we attribute understanding. When it explains something well, we attribute comprehension. But the apology is a pattern. The explanation is a pattern. The smooth talk is a pattern. We are seeing the tiger in the grass, even when it's just the wind blowing through code. To grasp the distinction on a deeper level, let's zoom out. Intelligence didn't begin with language. It began with survival. Single cells sensing light, nervous systems avoiding harm, mammals bonding, humans reflecting. AI skipped all of it. Life forms developed memory, emotion, pain, attachment. Mammals developed social bonds. Primates developed problem-solving abilities. Humans developed symbolic language, and eventually something remarkable, self-awareness. We don't just think. We know that we're thinking. We don't just feel fear. We know that we are afraid. We ponder. We speculate. We construct stories about our own lives. Our intelligence is complex, biological, emotional, social, and reflective. AI bypasses all that. It has no body, no appetite, no fear of death, no childhood, no evolutionary history. It didn't ascend the ladder of life. It was built to analyze patterns. That doesn't make it inferior. It's just different. Comparing AI to human consciousness is like comparing a submarine to a dolphin. Both operate in water, but one developed over millions of years. The other was built to perform certain tasks. Similarities on the surface, fundamentally different. Now, here's the catch. AI doesn't have to understand to be revolutionary. A telescope doesn't know it's looking at galaxies. A calculator doesn't understand mathematics. A GPS doesn't understand geography.
But each one expands our abilities. AI is another tool. It can analyze thousands of documents in seconds, identify patterns in medical records that might escape us, develop ideas, translate languages, propose possibilities. It doesn't have to be conscious to do that. In fact, its lack of ego, exhaustion, and emotional agendas may be an advantage. The problem isn't that AI is becoming human. The problem is that we're misunderstanding what it is. If we're thinking of it as an oracle, we're trusting it too much. If we're thinking of it as a rival species, we're fearing it unnecessarily. It's neither. It's a tool, a powerful amplifier. And like any amplifier, it amplifies what we put into it. Our intentions, our assumptions, our creativity, our biases. The intelligence behind the output is still, at its root, ours. So here's the calm reassurance. You're not being replaced by a mind. You're being helped by a machine. You have something that AI doesn't. A body, a lived experience, a sense of purpose, the capacity to care. You experience meaning. AI can spew words about meaning, but you are the one who feels it. And perhaps that's the real opportunity here. Not machines becoming human, but humans remembering what makes us uniquely alive. If you want more clear, calm explanations of the technology that's shaping your future, hit subscribe. New videos every Wednesday. And next time a machine finishes your sentence, remember, it's not thinking. You are.